Here's the next one. Here's the you in the process. I've got to have an unshaken hope in God. I got to have an unshaken hope in God. Here it is, an unshaken hope. Well, this is what it says in the text. It's amazing that you get so much out of one verse. It says this in the D clause. It says, knowing that your labor is not in vain.
Yeah.
How many times has the enemy tricked you in believing that if you don't do it, it's going to be okay? How many times has the enemy said, well, I really don't have to commit to the service of God because somebody else will do it? Somebody shout, say, it's my responsibility. He says, knowing that your labor is not in vain. That thing gets me. Because sometimes when you're not appreciated, sometimes when you don't feel like people understand and know what you're doing, you start thinking, is it in vain? God says, oh no. Paul says, let me remind you, Hellstock. Let me remind you, people of Community Baptist Church, that your labor is not in vain. Oh my God. He opens up that vein. He says, knowing that whatever you're doing for Jesus Christ is not in vain. He reminds the Corinthians believers that their toil, their struggle in service to the Lord is not futile, but without purpose. He says, I'm reassuring you that God knows what you're doing. Oh my God, God knows that you're rallying people up at the workplace to come to church. God knows that you're telling people on the job that greater is He that's in you than He that's in the world. People are hearing you in the street when you tell you that it may be rough, but God is going to make a way somehow. I love this. You got to have an unshaken hope. You can't always go by what it looks like. Sometimes the enemy will put some things in your way and try to shake your hope. I ain't talking just about your faith. I'm talking about your hope. Because everybody got some hope. You hope it's going to get better. You hope you're going to get through it. And I need to tell you today that you're going to make it. Oh, you might need to give somebody a virtual hug and say, baby, this is for you. You're going to make it. You're going to make it because your labor is not in vain. God knows every tear that you cry. God knows every pain that you feel. God knows every disappointment that you've experienced. But oh, your labor is not in vain. Tell somebody I got an unshakable hope. I believe that the writer of Hebrews says it this way, that you got